They arrived after a long journey. This land offered them everything they needed to continue their life. Later, it trapped their tracks. Traces that today help us understand who we are. This is the work being carried out, a step at a time, by investigators searching for our origins. Located 15 kilometers from the city of Burgos in Spain, Atapuerca is a treasure in itself, a place where many factors converge that make it unique in the world. In the year 2000, UNESCO declared this area and everything it contains a World Heritage Site, for in the whole world there is yet to be discovered a place like it. This is an area where science can trace our tracks back to 1.5 million years ago. Under its soil, there are about 4,000 meters of galleries and ducts, caves inhabited for thousands of years that over time became blocked to the outside. The filled-in caves remained hidden until, in the 19th century, an English company built a mining train. Its layout cut into the limestone of the Sierra and opened up the filled-in caves. Thus begins the present-day history of the sites. The 20th century discoverers and explorers such as the Grupo Espeleológico Edelweiss, Edelweiss Speleological Group and Trinidad Torre put paleontologist Emiliano Aguirre the first to begin fieldwork on track on the importance of the sites. The early years were hard. It is when the team that would address the study of an epoch, practically unknown at the time to the World Fossil Record, the Pleistocene, is set up. In 1990, Emiliano Aguirre hands over the headship of the Atapuerca research project to Juan Luis Arzuaga, José María Bermúdez de Castro and Eudald Carbonell. The three co-directors form a team able to investigate the Sierra as a whole, specialists in different disciplines, whose works have achieved maximum recognition. Today, Atapuerca is an essential reference for the study of human evolution in the world. The fieldwork brings the sound of picks to the Sierra. In each open site, a team is working intensively. In the open air, inside the caves, in the trinchera, or on the banks of the river Arlanzón, even the smallest fossils are recovered. Each one of them tells us information about a different epoch. The aim of these complementary studies is to provide an overview of what happened in the last 1.5 million years, an evolutionary staircase that we began from the base. The Cima del Elefante stores the remains of the oldest epochs to date studied in Atapuerca. 1.5 million years ago, a species yet to be determined left the tracks of its existence in this space. These are the oldest human fossils in the European continent, and their discovery has opened up new lines of study, indicating that our long evolutionary journey did not start in Africa, but in Asia. The next step of the evolutionary staircase is found in the Grandolina site, in the heart of the trinchera or railway cutting. The mining train destroyed part of the sites, but without it, today we would be walking on the key to evolution in Europe without knowing it. In 1994, near the base of Dolina, in the strata dated at 800,000 years ago, investigators discovered the remains of a new species, the Homo antecessor, the explorer. Their existence broke theories and proved that man had lived in Europe 300,000 years earlier than previously thought. In these populations, cannibalism was a common practice. Antecessor constitutes one of the greatest discoveries of Atapuerca, but it is not the only one. The Grandolina hides mysteries still to be discovered. Our next evolutionary step awaits us a few meters above. As we climb the scaffolding, we take a 300,000 years evolutionary leap forward. This is the biggest site in the Sierra. In this space and in the nearby Cueva de la Galería lay the remains of the Homo heidelbergensis. We know them. We know well what they were like thanks to the data found by researchers in another unique site in the world, the Cima de los Huesos. These include 30 bodies belonging to both young and old women, men and children, thrown intentionally by their people inside the pit. A symbolic gesture that opens the doors to the first sanctuary of humanity. In Atapuerca, we can still climb 2 more evolutionary steps. The first takes us to the surrounding countryside, to the hunting camps where Neanderthals left behind their traces. We still have to recover their fossils, but we know without doubt that they also lived in Atapuerca. At the top of the evolution is the Homo sapiens sapiens. In the Cueva del Mirador and Portalón sites, the team worked to provide data about the communities that inhabited the area of the Neolithic to the Bronze Age. These are the fronts opened, pieces of a chain that, thanks to the research work, gives us an overall image of our last evolutionary journey, discoveries that help us know more about ourselves. The key awaits us in Atapuerca.